My name's Edith Press, and today I'm going to teach you how to make an edible sugar flower using gum paste. One of my hobbies is cake decorating, and for the past year, I've been really into making sugar flowers. And my boss, who used to be a cake decorator herself, taught me everything she knew. But for the most part, I'm self-taught. And today I'm going to teach you how to make a cherry blossom using gum paste. A cherry blossom is probably one of the easiest gum paste flower you can start off with, which is great for intermediate and beginner cake decorators or people with little to no knowledge on gum paste, or basically anyone who wants to start making cakes as a gift, because that's how I started. Because to be honest, buying your own cake, buying a cake gets really expensive. So when you make it, it's more personal and a lot cheaper. And like I said, we're making a cherry blossom gum paste, a flower, and it only involves 4 steps, which is rolling, cutting, shaping, and assembling. And you will need gum paste, which is like an edible Play-Doh that most cake decorators use to make flowers and little figurines. Next, you will need is cornstarch, because it might get sticky, and those help it go back to its original consistency. This is optional. Vegetable shortening, because if you leave it out or you work it too much, it will get dry, and this will if you add a little bit, it will go back the way it was. This is optional, and it's a fondant mat, but you can honestly use your use any clean countertops and get vegetable shortening, spread it a little bit, sprinkle some cornstarch, and that'll be a great place to work on your gum paste. Next, you'll need is a rolling pin, and I got a fondant rolling pin, but you can use any rolling pin that you have. You will need a thin foam and a really spongy foam, the one I have, and I got this at the cake decorating aisle, but you can use anything you have that resembles to this. Next, you will need is some gum paste tools, and this is a vein tool, but you can replace this by using a spaghetti, and I will teach you how to do that later. Next, you'll need is a ball tool, but honestly, there's not really any replacements, because this thing works magical with any type of flowers, and just go buy it, because it really works tremendously. Next, you'll need is a Kef cup, or you can make your own little forming cup using aluminum. And next you'll need is a brush and some egg whites, because this will act as your glue for the flower. And the next you'll need is some food coloring. I use gel food coloring because using a liquid food coloring doesn't work the same way when you work with gum paste. And you will need yellow for the middle of your flower and any color you desire for the petals. So with that being said, let's get started with the first step, which is rolling your fondant. I already kind of rolled my fondant, but you need it to be like this. And you need to roll it as thin as you can, because the thinner the gum paste is, the more delicate the flower will be. And when you're done with rolling, you will move to your second step, which is cutting your gum paste using the flouring cutter. And it is about 1 inch. And you press it with your palm and jiggle it a little bit. And then you remove the excess of the flour. The excess. And when you're done with that, you would place it with a foam pad, the thinner one, and get your vein tool or your spaghetti, and you would make lines on each petal, halfway of the petal, to resemble a vein that you would see on a cherry blossom. And you can do it the same way, just by lightly pressing on each petal. And after you're done with that, and you would transfer it to your foam pad and get your ball tool and press each one each petal to give each petal its shape, and then you will transfer to the bigger ball and press the middle of the petal. And when you're done with that, you move to the last stage, which is assembly. But place this on this cup and then let it for the side and get your yellow gum paste and make a pea-sized ball. You need very little because this will be in the middle of your flower. And go and get your paintbrush and your egg white. And you will dab in the center of the flower because it's going to act as your glue. And you need very little because remember, a little goes a long way. And you place it right in the center of the flower, and then you are done with your edible blossom. So that was really easy, guys, because it only involves 4 steps, which is rolling, cutting, forming, and assembling your flower. Making it, remember, this is a very easy flower and it's great for intermediate and beginners in cake decorating or anyone who wants to start decorating some cakes or a new hobby. So hopefully I taught you guys some tips and tricks that you can use in the future when you want to decorate a cake or work with fondant and slash gum paste. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.